A lot of therapists are scared to bring up the topic of sex with their clients. There are some deeply rooted cultural and systemic reasons for that, but I won't get into all of that now. Personally, I think the scariest sex based topics to bring up as counselors are the ones we have a personal connection to. Dear future therapist, as a grad student who is required to take a course on sexual issues in counseling, one of our assignments was to write a case study and treatment plan for a fictional client whose sexual issue we considered scary to work with. My imagination ran wild. I figured I'd go with something intense, the kind of client you wouldn't want to run into in a dark alley. But as I sat down to write the paper, I realized that the topics I was considering, while definitely anxiety inducing, weren't hitting me on a visceral level, the kind that makes your chest tighten and your mouth dry. So I tried to approach the assignment differently. And in the end, I chose a topic that would probably make a pretty boring episode of SVU. But despite the topic I chose being fairly banal and somewhat common, it was the scariest thing I could think of because it was something I'd experienced myself. And aren't those the topics that are the scariest to confront? The ones that are personal to us? The ones we know we got to do some work around in order to be prepared to work with clients who also have had that experience. Choosing to make the assignment more personal to my own experience really raised the stakes when working with this fictional client. The scariest sex subject turned out to be way more subjective than I thought it'd be. And there are so many experiences around sexual issues that are not headline worthy, not really discussed, and yet extremely pervasive. As a mental health field, one thing we can do a better job with is encouraging clinicians to bring up the topic of sex with their clients. And the only way we can expect therapists to do this is with basic educational requirements. And there are so many sexual issues that are not headline worthy, are extremely pervasive, and are not often discussed. Stuff like this. By the way, topic I chose, not as scary to me anymore. Let me know what sexual issues in counseling you think don't get enough attention, or which ones give you the heebie-jeebs.